These are the ruins of Nan Madol, the ancient city of the God-King Isokelekel, who famously tore off his own genitalia in a dramatic act that symbolized his divinity and masculinity. Nan Madol spans 19 square miles and is over 1,000 years old, constructed from perfectly shaped giant basalt slabs, fitting together like a divine Tetris. It's as impressive as the pyramids of Giza, built by a Stone Age society with a population of around 30,000. Despite its grandeur, much of what we know about Nan Madol is a mixture of truth and myth, due to the lack of a written language among the Pohnpeian people and the near-complete destruction of their original culture. To understand Nan Madol's origins, I examined 11 myths from 9 scholarly sources and heard the story from friends while filming on Pohnpei. 13 versions in total, yet only 8 contained overlapping themes, while the other 5 were completely different. This makes telling the story challenging, as I must pick and choose elements that make the most sense, acknowledging that it's not the absolute truth, just an echo of what once was. Genetic and linguistic studies suggest that the island of Pohnpei was settled by descendants of Taiwanese Aboriginals, a cultural group known as the Austronesians. They invented the proa, one of the most important ships in human history, allowing them to colonize nearly a third of the planet. These Austronesians spread to the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Brunei, Madagascar, and beyond. The Micronesians, one of 3 distinct waves, settled the smaller islands to the north, including Pohnpei. Thousands of years ago, at the dawn of time, a great navigator named Sapikini, or a married couple or 16 villagers depending on the myth, encountered a magical octopus that guided them to a small spit of coral or sand, which they named Pon. They built a stone altar, Pei, and called down mountains from the sky to create the island of Pohnpei. The first colonists brought seeds, soil, housing materials, fire, and other essentials. Some legends claim they encountered an existing population, while others say the island was empty. The goddess Limwetu called forth her children from the mythical island of Air, forming the first clan known as the Dipwinmen. This marked the beginning of the Great Peopling period, during which every inch of the island was eventually populated. The avian thunder god became a figure of ritual and sacrifice, central to the island's nativity. As populations grew and agriculture became vital, the need to control the sun and rain led to the centralization of religious power in the east. This allowed priests to obtain sustained labor from the masses, something secular leaders could not do. This labor was used to build a great temple on the reef, where tribes could deliver tribute to please the gods. The temple's importance grew, symbolizing the power to tax and control. The conquerors known as the Saudeleur took control of the temple, though the myths often suggest it was built by the divine twins Olosipa and Olosopa, with the help of a great eel god. These twins, possibly from the Solomon Islands or Sokes, were seen as foreign and powerful, a common theme in Pohnpeian myths. Olosopa became the first Saudeleur, marrying a native Pohnpeian and siring 16 demigod children who formed the island's first tribal aristocracy. The Saudeleur ruled for 600 years, expanding the temple city of Nan Madol to 19 square miles. However, by the 8th Saudeleur, the people were heavily taxed, and stories of sadism, torture, and cannibalism